Okay, so I'm not rehearsing this video at all. This is completely off the cuff, and you might need to take some of the stuff I say with a pinch of salt, because I have been amped up today, and that's why I wanted to jump on camera and talk about a few things. I want to talk about things like Patreon, like making YouTube your career, YouTube money in general, and the stigma between, I guess, subscribers and YouTubers. My little, whatever you call this little rage right now, started today on my personal Facebook account, and you can go check that out if you have me on Facebook, or I will leave it here. And what it stems from is this whole stigma of YouTubers selling out, YouTubers becoming bigger than they think they are. And you see it time and time again, and I don't want to name names in this video, but I am going to for the most part. You see it time and time again with people like Metal Jesus, people like Pat the NES Punk, people like Billy from Game Chasers, and I know these are people that relate more closely to me personally than a lot of people you might have heard of, depending on where you see this video and what you watch on YouTube. But regardless of that, it's happening with these bigger channels, people that are starting to take it more seriously, or have taken it more seriously, and they have dedicated their lives to it, and they have quit their jobs and are doing it full time. Now, there's a lot behind that. I want to start with a little thing. Actually, no, I want to start with Patreon, because Patreon's something that's been bugging me lately, as I have a Patreon and it does relate to me. Patreon is a tip jar. You can see it any way you want. I know a lot of YouTubers handle it differently. They do it their different ways. They give little special benefits to those people that donate to their Patreon, as they should, because Patreon should get something extra for being a part of the universe and donating actual physical hard-earned money to the channel. But here's how I treat Patreon. It's a tip jar for me. If a waiter serves me water all night and is constantly filling up my water, I'm going to give her $2 at the end of the night. Well, depending on how much the meal came to, maybe more. But I'm going to give her a couple bucks at the end of the night because she's earned it, because he or she has done me a service. Just like my tip jar is there, if people want to watch my videos, they want to watch 3 days worth of content for free and then decide I want to throw a couple bucks at him as a thank you. That's why it's there, because why wouldn't you have it there? Because if you have any business, any service, if you do anything, as Joker would say, if you're good at something, never do it for free. If you have something that you are providing, that you are giving, why not stick a little tip jar there? If you have an ice cream van and you make ice cream all day long and it barely pays the bills, and you think that you put the jar there, you might get a couple more people adding to it saying, hey, if you put money in this jar, I can make better ice cream tomorrow, or I can just go and pay my bills. That'd be really helpful, because that's what it's there for. And who cares what the people spend that tip money on? If I want to spend that money on food, I should be able to. If I want to spend it on a new game, I should be able to. If I want to spend it on new lighting or a new camera, like I do from time to time, I should be able to, because it's my money. And when the waitress comes over and I give her $2, I don't ask her, sorry, but are you spending this on better water for tomorrow? Because if you're not, then I don't want to give you this money. She's earned it regardless, and it's my choice whether or not I give her the money, and it's not your choice to judge other people for taking the money or giving the monny. Now let's talk about making YouTube your career. Considering that's been a big topic lately, people getting pissed with people quitting their jobs and working. And by the way, here's how I'm going to take 2 seconds right now. If for those of you that are completely lost right now and you just come and log into your YouTube channel every day and you want to watch a fun, exciting video from Beat 'em Ups or Happy Console Gamer or whoever, and you're sat here like, people are annoyed at this shit. People are annoyed at this shit, and that's more who I'm speaking to, or the people that want to get rallied up behind this. If you're just the William E. Trues of the world, I guess I'm speaking to, and very few people are going to know who I'm talking about, but he's one of my subscribers who is just happy and cheerful no matter what happens to him, or on every status and every video, just logs in and watches a video and has a great time. To the William E. Trues, I'm sorry that you're putting through this video right now, but these people exist. And let me straighten this up. The reason why I'm so mad about it is I literally got called a worthless, I think it started with worthless, a lazy, worthless piece of shit today, because I make YouTube videos for a living. Okay, I probably should have started with that, but that's why I'm kind of amped up right now. And it wasn't just me, it was everyone in the community. It was everyone that does this for a living. He was speaking to Metal Jesus, he was speaking to Billy from Game Chasers, he was speaking to Pat the NES Punk, he was speaking to my friends, my family, people that I care about, and of course, me. So yeah, I'm going to get amped up about it. But getting back on track, I'm back on track. Making YouTube your career, and Metal Jesus, I've thrown you in here, and honestly, I've thrown you in because people have called you out in videos, not just comments, but in videos, and I don't want to focus on you. Okay, let's focus on you. I don't want to focus on you, but let me use you as an example. Metal Jesus, I wanted to hang out with him, I think for the last 3 weeks, and I've been stood up by the guy, and it's because he is busy filming. And I know that for a fact because every day I see him at different houses, in different places, in different locations, different people around his house. It's all about YouTube for him, making great content. At any given time, this guy somehow has 20 videos ready to go. Ready to be uploaded both on Patreon and then to his YouTube account. And all of them are not only fantastic, high quality, great videos, but they're all super relatable to now and super relatable to the future and the past, which is why his videos do so well and why his channel does so well. People are looking at him like, you got 250,000 subscribers, what are you doing this for a career? I know people with 1 million subs that still work full time. You're lazy. You just want to bum around and do your thing. Here's what's different about him. There are people with 1 million subs that upload a funny cat video and they get 1 million views and they get a bunch of subs off of it, but they don't know where their next views are going to come from. They don't know when their next cat video is going to take off because they don't have a subscriber base waiting. There isn't 1 million cat followers on YouTube waiting for the next cat video from Cat Lover 94 that has 1 million subs. They're not. He doesn't have a fan base. He doesn't have videos that are getting frequent views. Metal Jesus not only gets frequent views on the 2 videos he releases each week, but he has a whole catalog, back catalog of something like 200 videos, possibly more, probably a lot more, that get views every day. Because he released like a year ago, top 5 hidden gems for Super Nintendo, probably longer than that. There's someone right now getting the Super Nintendo collecting, searching hidden gems for Super Nintendo. What should I collect Super Nintendo? Super Nintendo buying guide. Someone right now has just started watching his video because they want to learn about collecting for Super Nintendo. And that is each one of his videos. Each one of his videos, that is happening right now for the last how many years he's been on YouTube. And if he stopped making videos right now, that would keep happening. Which would mean he would keep getting revenue going into the future, whether he made videos or not. That's why Metal Jesus can do it full time. Because he's getting constant paychecks, not just week to week. It's not like if he lost his job today, if somehow he couldn't make videos for 3 months, he wouldn't be able to pay to provide for his family. His other content is doing that. Just like Back to the Future still gives Michael J. Fox a lot of money. I know that's an extreme jump from one to the next. Obviously a lot more money in that. But he hasn't filmed for Back to the Future in 30 years. He still gets a lot of money from that because people still watch it. That's how that works. That's how he can afford to do this full time. And you might think that he's just bumming around now, but no, he takes this really effing seriously. Not that it should matter to you whether he does or doesn't, what he does in his time, as long as you're getting those 2 videos a week that you either pay for or you get for free. It shouldn't matter to you what he does for full time. Who gives a fuck if he doesn't have a job? And yet people seem to do this anyway, and they leave comments on my videos, on Facebook, on Twitter, on who else, calling me a lazy, worthless piece of shit. Let me talk about monetization in general, just the base, monetizing your videos and getting money off of it, and the misconceptions in that. And there's a few things to this, and I want to start with those of you who think that monetizing your videos is selling out. When I had 500 subs and I monetized my videos, I flicked a switch from people realizing that there weren't ads and now there are. I had people leave my channel, unsubscribe, and comment saying that I'm now a sellout. Let me explain something to you about monetization that even I didn't understand back then when I'd done that. YouTube wants money. Not me, I mean I do, but not me, not Metal Jesus, not anyone else you're thinking. YouTube wants money because that's their business. How do they get money? Through ads. They get X amount per ad. If you make a video and you put it up right now and there's no ads on it, what gives YouTube any incentive to put your video out there, to tell people to watch this video? It doesn't get out there. No one sees it because no one's going to get anything from it. YouTube's not going to make money for it. It's not going to waste their time promoting it. And it's an algorithm. It's not someone sat there at a computer going, oh, there's one uploaded, share it here. It's an algorithm. And when the algorithm sees that you've monetized your videos, it gives it a boost in the search so that maybe your video will get seen by someone so you can get money and they can get money, and then that will make you want to make a next video which will make them money and then money. And then every time you start making more people money, the more your video starts to get shown to places, the more reach you get, the more subs you get, which is why making constant content like Metal Jesus does, like I do, like people do, expands channels and produces growth. So if you've made 3 videos and you've monetized them, you haven't made anything for 3 months and you wonder why you're not getting views or subs, it's because you haven't made anything in 3 months. YouTube isn't going to promote anyone who hasn't monetized their videos, which is why if you have 20 subs right now, but you're making videos that you think people would want to watch, and that's a question you need to ask yourself when you're making a video, would I watch this? If someone else made this, would I watch it? And if you honestly believe that you would, monetize that shit. I don't care if you think it's going to get 10 views, monetize that shit. You know why? Because when someone searches, if you make a video about this water bottle and you write, purified drinking water, being drunk like crazy, if you monetize that and then someone searches purified drinking water, there's a much better chance yours is going to turn up in the search engine. So no, monetizing isn't selling out, it's increasing your YouTube chance of having your videos viewed. And honestly, you might say you're in YouTube for the love of it, but what's more the love of it than having people watch your content? That's the love of it. Like, it's not about the money, maybe to you, maybe to me, maybe Metal Jesus, who knows? It's not about the money, it's about people actually watching the damn videos. Because I would take 1 million subs over $10 I would take 1 million views over $10 any day. And I'm going to get that 1 million views by having YouTube want to promote my video because they're going to get something for it. That's how monetization works. It gives you a chance to actually have your videos seen. It's not about selling out. So that's how monetization works in the sense of search engine. Now let's talk about monetization in the sense of money. People actually making money from YouTube. When YouTube first started, what was it? It was a place where you could upload your cat video or your dog video or whatever, and then it might get a bunch of views, but no one cares because who gets money from that? No one. Then ads came into YouTube, and just like that, it became a business. It became somewhere that other businesses could display their ads, and they would want videos to display their ads on, which then comes back to the content creators to make videos. They make a good video, the better the ads they get, the better views they get. So they want to make the next video, better ads they get, better views they get, and if you're good at it, you make so many videos, you get so many views, now you're getting paid a lot of money to make videos. But somewhere in that, people forgot that YouTube changed. YouTube has changed. We all know that YouTube changes every day, but that was the biggest switch over. So you can't think in that mentality anymore of it's just a place to upload fun little videos. It's not. And if it was, you wouldn't have the content you have now. Do you honestly think Metal Jesus would be uploading 2 videos a week at the high quality he was, getting new equipment all the time, meeting new people, traveling? Do you think Game Chasers Billy would be editing hours and hours and hours and hours on end if he wasn't getting money from it? Like, there's love and then there's insanity. Like, I love doing YouTube. Would I be doing as much if I wasn't getting something back? No, I'd need to get a real job. Billy would have to get a real job. Metal Jesus would have to get a real job because you can't do as many hours and put as much effort into something like this as we all do, as they do more than me, way more than me, and expect to get by. You need to have a job. But fortunately, there's monetization, where you can keep improving your quality, improving the amount of hours you spend on it, improving your channel, because you're going to get something back for it. And if we didn't have monetization, all YouTube would be right now is cat videos and dog videos and funny fails and stupid vines and who knows what else, but there wouldn't be high-produced shows like Game Chasers, there wouldn't be high-produced shows like Metal Jesus, and you wouldn't be watching YouTube, you'd be watching Netflix or TV or God knows what else, but YouTube wouldn't be the YouTube that you know today if people couldn't get paid for it. So once again, and I'm sorry to those we and me trues out there and people that don't give a shit about any of this, and if you've somehow sat through this video, I appreciate you listening to me regardless, and if you sat through this video and you don't have an opinion on this at all, then you're the good people that I'm talking about that are supporting me no matter what. But let me reiterate the few points that I've made, because I feel like I've said everything that I want to say, and I'm going to remember what I was supposed to say after, but without monetization, without people making this their career, their passion, without Patreon helping them support that passion even further, YouTube would still be just a shitty cat video. And I think a lot of people out there, not majority, the 1% of people out there have forgotten that. And remember, if it wasn't for those people making it their career, for other people aiming to strive like those people and get their quality up to that length, up to that height, we would still just have shitty little epic fail videos, and that's all YouTube would be if it wasn't for money and if it wasn't people making it a business. That doesn't mean people like me and Metal Jesus and everyone else that I've mentioned in this video don't love what they do. It just means that if you're good at something, why would you do it for free? Watch Batman, people. I'm out.